Howdy friends! Thanks for stopping by as I show you how to turn your manual wheelchair into an off-road adventure. No need for concrete paths as the Freedom Trax FT1 Pro breaks the rules and takes you off the sidewalk and out into nature. Where will Freedom Trax take you? Maybe it's the grass at your kid's soccer game, a trail through the forest, cruising down the beach, getting around on your rural property, or fishing on a rocky trout stream in the mountains. The possibilities are endless as the Freedom Trax provides you the off-road mobility you have only dreamed of. In this video, I'm going to show you how easy it is to assemble the FT Pro, how to adjust it to fit your wheelchair, and how to mount and dismount this mighty horse. For far less than you will pay for a track chair, you can enjoy the lightweight, portable solution to get you out on the trail. This horse only weighs 78 pounds, goes almost 8 miles on a single charge, and stores easily in your car or truck. I use my Freedom Trax Pro like a horse at a ranch in Texas, as I use it to plant trees, fill water tanks, do maintenance, check on my irrigation system, or just explore the sandy and bumpy trails on our ranch. Let's take a look at what it takes to saddle up your Freedom Trax. When you receive your box with the Freedom Trax Pro and unpack it, you will find that it is bolted to a piece of plywood using 4 bolts, 2 on each side as indicated. Simply remove the nuts and pick up your Freedom Trax Pro and remove it from the plywood. Here's a quick and important note. Your unit will look a lot prettier than this one, as I have used this prior to making this video. Once you unpackage all of the parts, you will have 2 panels that are motor and track covers, along with 4 wing nuts to attach them. You will also have 2 front tie downs and 2 screws to secure them. A joystick and power charger is also included. Since the Freedom Trax Pro is customizable to fit wheelchairs from 18 to 26 inches wide, the first thing you will want to do is measure the distance between the center of both of your wheels on your manual wheelchair. Make sure you measure the distance where your wheels hit the ground, since most wheelchairs' wheels are cambered. Once you have that measurement, simply tilt the Freedom Trax Pro over on its side, and we will measure the center distance between the 2 wheelchair tracks on both sides of the device. The distance between the center of my 2 wheelchair wheels was 22 inches. However, it's a bit difficult to measure to the middle of the tracks on the Freedom Trax Pro, so I found that it's a lot easier to simply put your tape measure on the outside of both of the tank tracks and measure across there so that you can confirm the distance between both of your adjustment bars is the same. Wild Bill found a simple and easy starting point, which is to measure your wheelchair wheels and then subtract 2.5 inches from that number. For example, my wheelchair wheels are 22 inches apart, so I want the measurement from the outside of one track to the outside of the other track to be 19.5 inches. The beauty of this measurement is that it is easy to measure the distance when the Freedom Trax Pro is upright and the tracks are readily accessible. We're going to adjust the width by using the 2 knobs located in the front and back on the bottom of the FT Pro. The knobs are attached to a pinch bar on the frames that extend out from each side. Try to make sure that the pinch bar is roughly in the middle of the assembly so that you have equal pressure on the pinch bar and the frame. Wild Bill suggests you loosen the knobs just enough for the frame to slip a little so you can make minor adjustments. Start by making them wider than you need and then bump the top track with your hand to get the precise measurement you calculated. Once you set one end, tighten the knob, hand tight, and then do the same process on the other end. Double check both ends with the tape measure across the tracks. You might want to use a magic marker and write the measurement on your FT Pro somewhere, because it will save you from having to remember it in the future. Now tighten the knob with a wrench on the nut and some channel locks on the knob. Tighten both sides firmly so it will not move when you operate the unit. I didn't tighten the bars tight enough the first time I did this, and my front end stretched wider than the back end, and I noticed performance issues in starting and turning. If you experience the same thing, then double check your outside track dimensions on the front and back using the number you wrote down. Now that we're done measuring and adjusting the track, we can put the unit down and install the motor and track cover panels on each side. Before attaching the panels, take a look at each of the 4 brackets noted with the red arrows and make sure that all of those are at 90-degree angles. My Freedom Trax Pro was delivered with minor shipping damage that bent one of these brackets down. They are very easy to adjust and straighten by hand. Simply put the wide part across the rear, covering the motors and tracks, and put the slotted end up front. Secure with the supplied wing nuts. Perform the same thing on the other side. Next, we are going to install the front wheel tie downs. You will want to install them so that the U-shape faces the rear of the Freedom Trax. You will see that there are 4 holes or marks on the end of the FT Pro, but only one of the holes has screw threads, and so it is easy to spot. Taking the right side tie down, you simply slide the tie down into the side of the slot of the right side. Once it slides in, you need something to hold it in. Simply take the screw and screw it into the side, which will prevent the tie-down bracket from coming back out. Unfortunately, when I was videoing this, I accidentally picked up the wrong tie-down, as the U-shape at the top is facing forward instead of to the rear. The procedure is correct, so install the bracket on the left side and you'll be good to go. Now that you have the Freedom Trax Pro tracks adjusted for your wheelchair, the top panels installed, and the tie downs installed, you are ready to mount up, my friend. You may want to take a moment and roll your empty wheelchair into the Freedom Trax to make sure that the clearance works both in width and depth. It is much easier to adjust before you get into the Freedom Trax. If your front caster wheels are not sitting in the slot for the tie downs, you may need to adjust the rear stopper at the back of the tire channel so your wheelchair will go back far enough. This black stopper can be easily removed by hand and inserted in the appropriate hole for your chair's wheel. Pull down the black clamps in the front and pull the black rubber cord attached to them toward the back of your Freedom Trax so you can reach them once you are in your final position. I like to connect the joystick to the pigtail that is on top of the battery cover and put it beside the Freedom Trax. You can move the front tie downs all the way out and bend them forward or backward to get them out of the way, or Wild Bill has a tip on the way I think is the easiest way to get in. My preferred method is to slide the tie downs all the way to the inside of the channel. Lay the power cord just behind the front caster hold down area so your wheel will not be on top of it once you're in your final position. The next part can be a little tricky until you get used to it. If you have a helper, sometimes it's good to have them spot you for the first attempt. Also, if you don't have good core strength, you may have a little bit of difficulty pulling yourself up onto the device, in which case you can have your helper pull you back slowly as you get onto the unit. I am a T5 paraplegic with pretty good core strength, so I grab the wheels low and try to pull back with the same pressure on both sides so I go up straight. Once your big wheels go over the tie-down channel, you will end up in the wheel track channel on both sides of the device tracks. Before you go all the way back, you will want to stop at this point and move your tie downs from the all the way in position to the all the way out. Once this is done, you will just need a small pull to roll your chair back so the casters drop into the caster channel. Next, slide the tie down from the outside position to right next to your caster. The tie down has two functioning parts. Pulling the gray lever up releases the strap tension and you can pull the tie down up easily. The black lever portion is used by pulling up on it and it ratchets the tie down to a firm locking position. My chair is a little unusual as I have these frog leg casters which are pretty tall. This puts me at the top of the tie down and just a little harder to connect the large U-shaped holders at the top. Without frog legs, you will have plenty of room. The tie down procedure is to first pull up on the tie down body and pull the gray lever to give you plenty of room to loop the U-shaped connector around your caster axle. Then simply use the black lever to snug the strap back down. Next, reach down and pick up the conveniently positioned rubber cords and attach them to your wheel push rims. It is easy to tighten or loosen these cords using the black pinch loop at the top. This will keep the wheel ramps up so you don't become a bulldozer. Next, you will want to thread your joystick up to your lap or attach it to your chair with the attached clamp. I don't like my cord dragging or picking up debris, so I wrap the extra cord around my joystick and then push it between my wheel and chair frame and set my wheel brakes to keep it tucked away. You may want to keep it in your lap or attach it to the rear of the chair for a caregiver to operate. Next, push the power button on your joystick controller, pick your speed, and giddy up. If you have good core strength, going downhill won't be too scary, but you do have to watch what you're doing, and you may want to put a gait belt around your chest if you feel uncomfortable or unsteady on inclines or declines. Know your limitations and progress at a speed that is comfortable for you. I would be stuck about this point if I was in my manual wheelchair, even with my knobby tires, because the sand just sucks your front casters into it, but the Freedom Trax Pro has no problems whatsoever. We have all kinds of terrain at the ranch, everything from gravel, clay, mud, to deep sand and tall grass. The Freedom Trax Pro does it all. Wild Bill also suggests going straight up an incline because you have safety tippers on the front and back. Traversing a hill diagonally with the incline on either side can result in a very easy tip over. Travel with some horse sense and be safe. When I'm ready to put my Freedom Trax Pro up, I simply drive it up the ramp into my shed . You can see how tight of a space it can turn around. Coming out is easy the way I've ramped and shaped the rock base around my shed. One thing to keep in mind is that the device is like a tank with treads. So if you go up an incline like a door threshold, or a rut in the road, or loading it in your car, the front end of the Freedom Trax Pro will be off the ground and you reach the tipping point, sort of like on a teeter-totter at the playground. The sensation can be alarming at first, but once you hit that point and you kind of go kerplunk on the other side, you're good to go. To dismount, you just reverse the process that you started with. Turn off the joystick and remove the joystick from your wheelchair. Remove the rubber cords from your wheel push bars. Unlock your wheelchair. Pull up on the gray lever on your tie downs and remove the U-strap from around your casters on both sides. Now push gently forward so the casters push the black ramps down and pause here. Push your tie downs all the way to the inside so they are out of your way when you go to get out. Make sure you have adequate roll space in front of you and gently push out of the Freedom Trax. When you put your Freedom Trax up, plug it into the charger. If you need to save space, you can conveniently set it up on its side. The day is coming to a close at Gloryland Ranch, so I want to thank you for watching and invite you to like and subscribe to my channel for more campground reviews, product demonstrations and reviews, and some of the fun experiences I have had. Well, friends, I hope you have a good idea of how the Freedom Trax works. It has been an invaluable tool to help me get out of the house and enjoying the great outdoors, whether that is chores at the ranch, going down a trail, or fishing on a trout stream. Now that you know where I've been, where will Freedom Trax take you? This has been a great adventure, but I have to get along, so long.